All right, welcome to Batman Radio. How you doing, folks? How's everybody doing out there? All right, another wonderful episode where you'll hear me say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You want the truth? I think I'm entitled. You can't handle the truth. So again, you just have to think here, right? We still have folks talking, right? Talking without a purpose. It's kind of like Coach Eli, the fake life coach, walking without a purpose. That's right. Here's my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend. You can see that she is the most gorgeous thing ever created in all of creation and existence. That's right. Just like me. She's absolutely beautiful. All right. Just understand that. Now, let's get to the facts here. All right. Let's think for a minute. Okay. First of all, like I said, we are going to be filthy rich. All right. Like I said, as of right now, give me 1 second. As of right now, I'm already the wealthiest man, okay, of all time. I own billions in equity, buildings worth billions of dollars, mansion and estate, over 2,000 in jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. My own car lot, I pay over $100 for it every single month, right? Mineral rights, oil royalties. Like, what? And I get paid to talk. I don't know why these folks do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I don't know when they're going to learn that every time that they even open their mouth slightly, I win more. I don't know when they're going to learn that the more they keep talking, the more I keep winning. I don't know what it's going to take for these folks to understand, right? That when whatever you do, right, with y'all's little manipulation tactics, right, or the crimes that you commit, whatever you do, you're responsible for. I'm not responsible for anything, right, that you make me feel. Okay, that's what y'all don't understand. I'm not responsible for what you do. You understand? Just like my success is something I'm very proud of. You understand? I make a living speaking publicly. I am Batman, the only Batman that we know of, right? The realest of the real. It don't get no realer. I have done everything that they ever depicted or said Batman do. I've done that times 8 million, infinity. I don't talk, I lead by example. I don't talk, I go out and I get busy. I don't talk, my actions speak for themselves. You all want to talk. What's the point? That's my question I'll never get an answer to. You know why? Because they don't have one. Remember, we turn words into money over here, right? Mr. Walford, I'm going to address you directly again on here, right? You're still talking, right? And still saying things that make absolutely no coherent sense, okay? You said something about get it together. Can I have it any more together if my business is completely together? If I get paid to speak and I make buku bucks on this platform and I do what you want to do and you project, but then the truth comes out that you don't have the gift of gab I have, you cannot create entertaining content. You literally stated yourself, right, that you don't have this gift. Just like you stated you wanted to be me, you stated that you wanted to be Batman. Remember, sir, you're part of the red triangles. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And anything you say, right, will only provide me with more evidence I need for this federal lawsuit. Anything you say will only help me in turn to go in on you on this platform. Okay. And I get paid to put you in your place with the facts. I don't know what it's going to take for folks to quit playing with me. I don't know what it's going to take for folks to understand that I don't play no games. You think these are games? I don't know what it's going to take for folks to understand that I'm the one who brought this energy on this platform. That everything y'all been trying to copy is my energy, and you ain't me, and you never will be. I don't know what it's going to take for folks to understand that I materialize wealth, millions upon trillions upon billions of dollars. I don't know what it's going to take for these people to understand that we looking at a guaranteed settlement of over $12,750,000. Mr. Wofford, you made a claim today. You said that whatever, that you somehow are in touch with reality. That was your statement, right? I'm sorry, but what? Really? If you're in touch with reality, sir, why are you struggling? You can say what you want about me, brother. I've never struggled this entire time. This entire time span being Batman, I've never struggled. I haven't. I've always found a way. I've always asked if I needed something. I've always opened my mouth. I've always done what I have to do the right way. I've done extremely well in these 2 to 3 years. And I have built something and everything out of nothing every day. Hell, what I've accomplished in these 2 to 3 years, anyone would wish they could ever do, okay, in an entire lifetime. I've accomplished more in these 2 to 3 years than people ever will in lifetimes. I'm Batman. I've accomplished everything. My career has been ultra successful. I just told you the wealth that I have, right? That wealth is at astronomical levels and proportions. I own buildings that are bigger than anything a Mason occupies. Anything that you possibly can say, I have an actual physical, tangible answer for through assets and equity and the money that I have made and spent. I am not the one for these games, brother. So when you say something like that, I'm just asking you, why do you project when you speak? I don't talk like you. The reason that you can't succeed on this network, and you've stated a million times that you want to do what I'm doing right now. See, you wish that you had the followers I have, but you can't get them genuinely. You wish that you had the gift of gab. You wish that you could walk in my shoes. Hell, you wish that you knew martial arts and Christina went in on you today and established you don't know anything. You wish that you were a mechanic. You wish you were a Batman, but I am. In reality, yeah, real life, I'm Batman, brother. Who are you? Just a regular guy, right? A regular Joe Schmo. It's the facts. You can say whatever you want, brother, but you ain't me. I'm going to get to the point where I own my own dojo. I'm already basically running my own martial arts school, which I keep an idea and completely independent and privatized, like all my companies that I build. And when you have companies that are ideas, they're much easier to launch and, well, they're much more successful. What do you mean? You all want to type things, but none of it exists and none of it's true. What's the purpose? No, I built a career working hard. I worked hard since I was 16, and you don't know me and you can't speak on me, and this has been established, and you can't tell my story. So, like I said, what are you talking about? I'm a radio show host, right? And like I said, I have conversations in person. I'm open to do interviews, all that, anything that's actually real. Do you see these folks trying to do anything that's real, people? I'm pretty sure the public sees what it is. You know, we're not in a back and forth here, Charles. You got to really understand. Like, you really keep talking. Why, I don't know. It's funny as hell to me because every time that you talk, you literally pay me and you promote for me and you expand my name. Every time that you talk, you don't even got to say my name. I see you trying to avoid it because I'm getting too much shine as it is. It has nothing to do with you. Why would you say get it together about a guy and then speak indirect? All you do is telling yourself and who you truly are, brother. And why would you talk about God when you speak like that? God is not synonymous with what you're doing. God, you know, loves people like me and blesses people who have love in their heart. We all go through things. Good people especially go through things. That's the whole journey here. It's a struggle. What do you mean? You're still asking for handouts. Now it's the next thing. It's this new idea of, oh, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna work a job. You're gonna work a job working with something that's not even tested properly, right? And then you wonder, this is common sense, people. Then you wonder why you have the problems you have. Because, like you said, beggars can't be choosy, and guess what you are? Guess what you do every single day? There ain't been a day went by, okay, that you and Shelly have not begged for everything that you possibly can grab, have, anything. You don't own any land. You don't own that camper. You begged for everything, and you still don't even understand the concept of ownership. Facts. Finex. You want to talk? No problem. Two can play that game. But watch me get paid while I talk. Can you do that? He's playing a losing game. It's like playing Monopoly with less Monopoly money. It's like starting out a Monopoly with nothing and then trying to talk down on people who are so far above you that you couldn't even comprehend my lifestyle. I had bank accounts with over $300,000 in it. It ain't nothing. I made millions every year consecutively. Not a million, millions, plural. I was an independent contractor on taxes last. I ran my own food truck. I know the whole food truck game. Any company I ever worked, when I did bar security, I studied every company that I ever worked for, even if it was temp work. And I learned the entire outlay and blueprint, my own blueprint. Took the idea, saw what I saw, and built my own blueprint and design for how to build a company correctly, because none of them were building it correctly. It was a joke. And it was just people put in slots and positions. Brother, I'm over here building corporations already with very little budget, very little revenue. You see me ask the public for crowdfunding, you want to copy that, but nobody's really sending you anything real, are they? Because those folks don't have money. I told you this, brother. And like I said, they ain't your friend. They don't want to see you win. No, no, they're just super jelly of me. Yeah, no, brother. I have nothing but friends in this world, man. I've done right by everybody. So why do you talk in a space that doesn't exist and then expect not to get responded to? Just asking. That's not immature. Just asking. So you said, get it together. Oh my goodness. So if I own everything I just told you, which I do, I own all this equity, right? I was an independent contractor on Texas Last. I ran my own food truck, right? I've learned the whole food truck game. I made great money doing that. I was making buku bucks, right? Like I said, every time that I've ever worked, I made buku bucks. I was making more money than lawyers and judges this entire time, right? And then I turned around and I took some of the money. Some of it I had to spend on living costs, right? Right. It is what it is. And then, I mean, you have to. You gotta survive and live. Some of it I put into being Batman, like buying that Bat Cycle for 1,300. Couple of initial investments, the first original suit, right? And then I graduated up, right? My bulletproof vest is worth like over 5 grand to 10 G's. This is all facts. I just love how folks be acting like they're saying something, but the way that you think doesn't even exist. That whole mentality that you're talking about isn't a mentality of that's even real. It doesn't exist. So, no, sir, you're proven wrong. You're definitely not in touch with reality. Because if you were in touch with reality, right, reality would have registered by now, and you would have realized that, well, you claim to be a mechanic, but you lost two vans. A mechanic can't lose two vans. You're not a mechanic. You see how easy this is? A mechanic's not going to be possibly losing a third van. A mechanic doesn't go online every day on every platform he possibly can to beg. A mechanic doesn't beg every single day, right? You're not a mechanic. You're not. A mechanic doesn't make mistakes. They just don't. And if they do, they fix them. How can you be a mechanic and claim you lost two vans? How can you be a martial artist but have zero martial arts content? Brother, you haven't made one martial arts video ever. You tried, you came on YouTube, and it was hilarious. And all I ever did was just have an amazing laugh. Seriously. I mean, you are entertaining. But me, I'm building my own martial arts school, not building it, but building it up every day. It's already in existence. You're tuned into it right now, buddy old pal. This is what I'm talking about. Folks, it's funny. I teach martial arts for a living, brother, digitally. I don't need no clients. I don't need anyone to like me, like what y'all are on when quite frankly, I mean, I have all the friends and everybody likes me, and y'all are the complete opposite. What do you mean? I teach fitness digitally. I don't need clients. I don't need nobody to do anything for me. I make money and I get paid to teach digital fitness regardless. Regardless. No matter what. That's not a smart business model? What? Brother, I basically created my whole own budget through all of this, through hard work, right? I make my own money off hard work every day. I independently have funded this entire Batman project out my own pocket, and you can't say one thing positive and give a man credit? Brother, I didn't ask for your validation. I'm not in my feelings. You are. I could care less about anything you're talking about. It's just a matter that if you're going to talk, people are going to respond. And I notice folks like you can't seem to handle the response. Like I said, every day I come on here, I'm positive. This dude keeps talking. These people, this group, keep talking. That underground illegal organization has committed so many crimes, it's unbelievable. While they hide. What? Folks claim that they're not corrupt, but there's corrupt officials being arrested every day. And like I said, these people have been doing this for years. I'm talking decades, and nobody's done anything. I mean, that's the meaning of corruption. You're assisting these people in what they're doing. Yes, you are. That's what they've been doing, and they've been protecting them. Real talk. Yes, they have. They've been protecting unrighteous people. Listen to what I'm saying. Who commit crimes nonstop while they hide. Cowards protecting cowards. And I'm not talking about protecting in the sense of being a hero or being a man. I'm talking about protecting in the sense of just being corrupt. Nothing to brag about. Up there in Sterling Heights, Michigan, proved y'all are corrupt. You want to volunteer your opinion, nobody asked for it. Your opinion doesn't exist. It just goes to show y'all will take every situation and only make it to your side. Every situation somehow doesn't work out in my favor. Not with settlements, not with you corrupt ones, not with your fake laws, not with nothing you're talking about. And guess what? I don't need nothing from y'all. Y'all can all be against me, and I'm going to stand on my own too and win just like I already did, Hoss. How about that? That's a man. You're my biggest fan, Mr. Wofford. What you talking about, boy? Better get it right. You're my biggest fan, brother. Said get it together. Okay, so billions in equity, a mansion estate, over 2,000 jewelry, 530 on my wrist got you pissed. Mineral rights or royalties. Seriously? That's not having it together? Sounds like the man has it together beyond belief. What are you talking about? See, this is what they do. They keep talking as if I'm them. Brother, I don't live in a camper. Brother, I don't have a patch of grass for land. I got millions of acres. I'm a grown man. Have it together, brother. I had it together when I was 16. Multimillionaire at 16. Multimillionaire, actually, no, millionaire at 16. Multimillionaire, dropped out of college. This is all facts. What? Told you, had a bank account with over 300,000 and ain't nothing. Made millions every year consecutively. I've been to several colleges. I went to college. I went to universities. I'm a college dropout turned multimillionaire. I'm a success story. Been a success story my entire life. I'm retired now. I got targeted for making and spending too much money. I made and spent more than the entire government and anyone who ever walked this planet. You hear my words loud and clear, brother. You tune into the channel and you watch me. What are you talking about? And who are you talking to? It ain't me. I mean, brother, I mean, just let's get real, bro. I mean, the question is, when are you going to take your own advice? When are you going to get it together? Brother, you couldn't even come on this show and hop on panel and have a coherent, normal conversation. You came, showed that everything that you say you don't stand on and it's all fake. You proved who and what you are. You're the one who's ashamed. I'm proud of myself. I love who I am, brother. I make a career speaking publicly. I'm an activist. What do you mean? I've lowered crime rates myself as Batman. I've changed the entire dichotomy. I am successful. I am what you want to be. I am where you want to be in life. And I am in the position that you will never be in because you don't have the right drive. You don't have drive at all. You don't have the right mentality. You don't have the right attitude. And what you need is an attitude adjustment ASAP. Sorry, but what? Get it together. Do you want to see the statements of how much money I've made and spent in my life? Because trust me, if you took one look, you would lose it. You think you're losing it now. If you actually knew the amount of money that I've touched within my life, Mr. Walford, you would literally, like, you would lose it, bro. More than you already have. What is there to get together, sir? I'm Gucci. Like I said, I just spent money and got what I needed this last month. What are you talking about? Cost me like $40. What are you talking about? I have to replace stuff all the time. I have expenditures. I have costs. I know how to actually build and run a business. You are on the run, right? From your business. You're not running a business. You're literally on the run, right? From your business. Right? You said, "Trust me, no one's going to chase Shelly." Oh my goodness, I couldn't stop laughing. Then you gave another reason. No, we know why nobody's going to chase Shelly. For real. Sorry, but what? I'm just wondering, brother. I mean, this is how you get through every day? Golly. Every day he want to give himself a fake fade. He don't even know how to cut his hair right and get a real fade like me. He want to give himself a fake fade. He want to be like T.I. or something when T.I. was a flop. T.I. was a federal informant snitch. You want to talk about getting it together, brother? When is that entire group going to get it together? Look what just happened with Mr. Jackson's son. You want to speak about something? Why don't we speak about you and them? Why don't we talk about who you represent and you're a representative of? You're just like them. Brother, you've been homeless forever. You said that you spent like 10 years, like an entire decade plus, I think longer than that, living in a van, but you lost both vans. You didn't make a come up. You didn't succeed. You didn't survive and thrive. You just ran over there and had nowhere to go and no plan and no money. So how in the hell imagine folks going to a new town, right? And they're homeless. And they're in a camper, which means you're still homeless. And they keep talking every day. This is the amount of weakness you're seeing. Every day they keep using that word homeless, projecting, because it's so important to them because, well, that's all that they've ever known and all they've ever been. So you think that you call a camper a home, but that's not a home, it's a camper. Anyone who lives in a camper is still homeless because it's not a home, it's just a camper. You can buy campers for $5 if they're used and somebody just doesn't care and they want to give it to you. They'll give it to you for free, which is how you got that one. And that patch of grass you're squatting on because it's unlivable and nobody wants it, right? So you thought it'd be a good idea to come on this platform, right, where you already got owned in the past and then get on this platform and start running your mouth for no reason towards a guy who's run circles around you in every way, shape, and form forever, who has all the power, all the momentum. What? Look at my girlfriend. Look at my future wife. I mean, honestly, let's get real here. Look at my future wife. Okay. And then I want you to look, all right, around at where you at, and I want you to look at yours. And that's all I have to say. Brother, go take a look in the mirror. I'm 6'2", 165 pounds. Today, I just performed a lift, an exercise I basically coined, monopolized, and created. Your group used to try to work out like this. Remember, they tried to do calisthenics in New York and all that? They created whole groups. They had the support of everyone, just like all these rappers did. And somehow, right? Somehow, not one of them succeeded. Not one of them, right? But somehow I did. Is that not amazing? Does that not show who's strong? You want to talk about the past like it never happened, but you know why the past is exactly like the present? You want to know why y'all are in the position you're in? Because of you. You want to know why you were never free and still aren't? Because of you. It's just mental weakness, brother. It's something that you're going to have to work out your system one way or another. I don't care how you do it. But until you face the issues and face reality, I mean, you never going to win. I'm just saying, brother, you can make all the little snide remarks and little backwards projection comments you like. And then you have to go look in the mirror and deal with reality and still deal with yourself. You have to deal with the fact that, physically you're not up to par. You have to deal with those issues that you're going through physically. You have to deal with the fact that you rejected God and God's offer. You have to deal with the fact that you knew that the right thing to do was sign over that property to me, which there is no property, it's a patch of grass, but you can't build it, and we offered to help you. Where do you get off going from someone trying to help you to the way that you're talking, and then claim and then run and talk about God? That's they're the two things are totally opposite. Your actions are not godly actions, brother. Mhm. Like I said, you can come on my show, on my program, just probably not on this channel because I know you're not responsible and I know you have no empathy. But you can come on this platform anytime and get told reality. I'm gonna be in Deming, New Mexico. I'm gonna be in every city across America. There's no escaping reality. There's no escaping the truth. No, there's not. You don't get it, brother. I am the truth. I am reality. And there's no escaping me. There's no escaping Batman. You don't get it. Batman just appears in out of nowhere in the middle of the night, wherever he wants. See, you're busy talking, but you see me, I'm working out and training every day on a level and capacity you could never reach. No one you know, no one on your TV. I saw Tony Ferguson on screen on YouTube yesterday. I was watching it. Tony Ferguson is a little dude. Tony Ferguson, who they say they call these people professional whatever athletes, they talk about MMA, UFC. He going to try to do boxing now. He's not a boxer. What's the point of that? That just means you failed in your MMA, UFC career, and it proves my point that none of them leagues pay. He's still poor. He talking about if I want to go play Major League Baseball. What you have in America is a whole bunch of failures that want to lean on gimmicks because they just didn't have the mustard. They didn't have what it took. Tony Ferguson is a joke. And you could tell him I said it. He's another one who can't control his emotions. He tried to get on camera and act nonchalant. He has to wear his glasses because he's a narc. He has no belief in himself. Remember when they had that like Real World show and he kept losing it? Yeah, and he's a full-blown narcissist because all he does is drink. And that's what all narcs do. Because they're drinking the pain away. Right? Tell me when I'm wrong. Tony Ferguson is a joke. These are not anything you're calling them. MMA, UFC is a joke. Street Beefs is a joke. All these leagues derive from me. Street Beefs literally completely bit off my idea and concept. I'm the one who started them videos on YouTube, and then they started that nonsense, and the Masons backed them and gave them their fake views. See, that's what I've seen and noticed is that all these people, they have fake views, but then they want to believe their delusion and believe that they're somehow ahead of me. How? I came on here, I had to build from scratch with nothing while being suppressed. What are you talking about? We didn't have an equal opportunity. We didn't have anything close to fairness. That's the truth. What do you mean? And I had everyone against me on here. I was targeted. I still won. Brother, I'm a story of coming up against all odds with God. You see, everything in my life is beautiful, just like this woman right here, okay, who's more of a woman than anyone, right? And definitely more of a woman than Shelly will ever be. Let's get real. But you want to talk, right? You want to talk, right? You could take one look at Shelly and see what she is, but you want to talk. So you think you're doing something? What do you think? You think you're crossing them over? Like he told him in a man apart, you think you're crossing them over with that played out platinum? Is that what you think? What do you think, Mr. Wofford? Is that what you think? You think you're crossing them over because you got to go work at like, Yosemite Park with Yosemite Sam? You got to go work at a park, like I said, with products that haven't even been tested. Real smart. And then you wonder why you have the issues you have. You got to go work at a park. You got to take handout jobs that nobody else wants to work. And you are talking about begging every day, talking about, I need a couple of $100. I need this for my van. Brother, it doesn't work that way when you haven't built a platform. See, me, I've been resourceful. I've gotten all sorts of things off the internet because people mess with me heavy. Because I have something called credibility. Why don't you go to Walgreens and see if you can purchase credibility? Maybe it's in the pharmacy section. Oh, wait, they don't sell it. It's something you just have to have and attain credibility. You don't have any. So what do you mean? Brother, you can't ask people for anything and expect real people to support and back you when you never made a name in this game. You will never, ever get to this level. Do you understand that? You will never, ever get paid to talk. Ever. It doesn't matter what happens with me, and that's what their thing is, that all they care about is trying to drag someone else down. But guess what? No matter what happens with me, my business, no matter what, I'm gonna speak freely and be myself. Because nothing is worth my pride and my soul and who I am. Like I said, brother, you talk, I respond. That's how it go with anybody. Get it together, boy. That entire group. When have they gotten it together? When have you gotten it together, brother? I haven't been living in a van for the past decade. Brother, I'm not 3 feet tall. Dude, brother, I don't claim to know martial arts and then not do martial arts content and not compete and not do nothing. I'm the number one calisthenics champion in the world right now. Do you understand that? There's nobody who can mess with me. I know there ain't. There's people who pose. There's people who get on pull-up bars and do little tricks. I'm not here to do tricks. I'm here to show you real strength. See, I didn't play about it, did I? I just got right up there and set 31 world records in my sleep like it was nothing. It was easy. Seriously, this was easy for me. It wasn't even hard. It was easy. I'm not even joking. All this has been pretty easy. Now, everything I went through behind the scenes and everything of that was grueling and hard as hell. The training and the working out, that stuff come pretty easy to me. I mean, it's been hard work. It's something that none of you could ever do. These people try to dismiss it, like on that other dude's panel, talking about, well, when you weigh 110 pounds. Well, that's great because I weigh about a 165. At the lowest, sometimes I weigh about 150. 110 pound. What are you talking about, dude? I'm not a light guy. I'm not a small dude. I'm a big dude. So for me to do 16 muscle ups has been my record for that is amazing. And it's the world record because the other one they lied about. Just like they tried to lie about the one arm pull ups. And I set the world record for that just recently with 3. Did them all straight up. Be a man, brother. I don't need to tell you these things. I don't talk like that. See, you want to say, get it together. I don't need to talk that way because I already have it together. I don't need to talk that way because I've graduated and ascended. I'm an ascended master. I'm about positivity. See, this is what these people don't get. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm not going to do anything any of you tell me. I'm going to make the right moves and right decisions. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm going to stay getting paid for your jealousy, for your envy. Your attitude, your outlook, your lack of faith is not going to affect me in any way. It's only going to help me and pay me. That's what I do. Alchemize. Your energy is immediately alchemized. You even come anywhere near me. You say anything to me. So I'm just saying, you want to tell a guy, get it together, who owns billions in equity. I have access to buildings bigger than Drake's fake mansion that he doesn't own. They only occupy. They're all poor and broke. Billions in equity, a mansion and estate, over 2,000 jewelry, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Mineral rights and oil royalties. My own car lot, I pay over $100 for it every month. And everything else that you see me name, that they just now wanted to whatever stop two of them or lose two of them for me, and it's not a loss. Neither one of them was anything that mattered. Let's get real. It didn't. Everything can be recreated on a higher level, and that's exactly what I'm going to do easily. And I think I'm going to end up getting it all anyway at some point on the back end. I know I'm going to, because if not, it would just cost these people money anyway. Honestly, I hope that these people purchase this stuff, because if they do, if they buy what's rightfully mine, that's going to help me in court too. Number one, if they do that again, and number two, they'll have to pay for it, and it's going to be over $100 at this point. I can assure you that. And these people don't have money like that. Imagine you wasting money. This is what they already did, wasting money. But imagine wasting that much money just because, oh, you focused on me and my accomplishments. Brother, all these things belong to me. They're going to come back to me no matter what. What's mine is mine, and what God knows is mine, He's going to give me. Brother, they stole my inheritance, dude. I've got millions sitting in accounts. Okay, I'm richer than the Prince of Saudi Arabia right now. I promise you, I got properties that belong to me that they got to cough up and give me. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for all of what's mine. I'm waiting for this wealth transfer from the wicked that God told me is happening as we speak, and it's coming. So what is there to get together? I don't understand. I don't have an issue every day. Every day is perfect, smooth sailing, beautiful, and I'm Batman. I'm famous. You see people honking at me. Please stop talking about yourself. But if you want to keep going doing it, cool. I'm gonna get paid every time you do, and I'm gonna respond. So you project, I get paid. That's what we're gonna teach you now. Keep projecting, brother. You know what I mean? Just understand, projection is a sign of weakness. It's a sign of someone who exactly what you're saying doesn't have it together. You sound just like them folks in that church group. You're all walking contradictions, and you all say have the same habits and the same issue. Huh, imagine that. Imagine folks like you being immature. Oh my goodness. What a surprise. Hmm. You think you're saying something? You think I care? Brother, I'm a whole grown man over here. Yep. What I do matters. When I do time, I do real time. When I do something wrong, I get real repercussions. And not even because it's all fake anyway, because everything they say is fake. So these people really think that I put it past them. They think I haven't figured out that I was targeted by the government, I was targeted by corporate America, and that I know that they're working with these underground illegal organizations. They're doing everything they can to try to lock me up. And I'm telling you that you can't move me and it'll never happen. And I know for a fact that I'm good in the books. Right now, we're still straight. And that's right. I talk and I do whatever I want. I say what I want and I do what I want. I defeated all of you. I proved to you that I have no fear, and I told you reality. All of you. That's a boss. I never had a downfall. All I've ever had is a rise. It's just the thing. Y'all so quick to just want to say something in some other energy and light, but I don't have none of that in my life. My life's been nothing but beautiful and nothing but positivity. And that's why I make sure I stay the hell away from people like that. So again, what's up, Charles? Charles, do you have your own business where you teach martial arts digitally for a living? No. Do you get paid in any way, shape, and form? No. Do you have any actual tangible business? No. Businesses have to make money, brother. You're not expanding a business. You don't have a business to begin with. You're running around, running away, right? Which is not a manly thing to do from your problems. We all saw what happened in Deming, New Mexico. You put the video up, brother. What do you mean? Now everyone knows. So everyone knows that you're running from Deming, New Mexico, something I would never do. I don't run. See, if folks do whatever, they do their habits, they want to start their games, no problem. I actually stand up. You get on camera and talk crazy, but when people are in front of you, you talk totally different and you back down. just like you'll do when we talk. So what do you mean? Like, it's common sense we go and talk face to face, brother. You can't run from it. So what do you mean? And you'll do the same thing. You'll be fake and catty and do the same old tactics and pretend, and you know what I mean? That's what folks like you do. So I just want you to remember when you look in the mirror tonight, right? I just want you to think about what you've become and who you've been forever. How's that for get back? You sure you want to get cute with me? The next time you think of saying something my direction, brother, you might want to think twice. You understand? You might want to realize that this one over here really don't play. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, brother, I got everybody talking like you. I'm perfectly cool with that because that's the society and how y'all get down. Y'all talk behind folks' back, and all I got you doing is making y'all selves look worse and worse and exposing the truth that I've spoken on for my entire life. There's nothing fair here. These people want to see me locked up in jail or prison or worse. They don't want to see me succeeding. They didn't give me a snowball's chance in hell to succeed. Ever. Nobody. Not out here, not anywhere. I did this myself. I came up against all odds with God. I chose to believe in God and said, I'm going to make it no matter what because I believe in myself. And that's why I'm so much stronger than anyone on the planet. I'm telling you, Tony Ferguson, he looks like a stick. Tony Ferguson is tiny compared to me at this point. I look at these athletes, so-called athletes, because we know what they really are. Real talk, they're all in the same position, modern day slavery, just like you, right? I mean, we look at them and I size them up. I look at the definition of their arms in 1 millisecond and say, yeah, they could never come close. That's all I got to do. Once I see someone's build and their arms, all I got to do is look at your arms and look at the definition, and I already know that you're lacking. Y'all talk about John Jones. John Jones is a joke. It's a literal joke. John Jones can't do nothing. He's just a fairly big guy. That's it. That means nothing with somebody who actually knows what they're doing. The MMA and UFC is a joke. I'm going to continue to say this again. You all want to talk so much, but I challenge any of you, okay? I don't do MMA and UFC because that's a silly thing to do in the first place. It's silly. There's nothing tough about it. So get straight what you're saying and talk with clarity before you speak. I own my own boxing league. I will publicly challenge and am right now and have for decades anyone in the MMA UFC, anyone who claims that they do boxing to come into my league. There's no weight class, no nothing. You understand? Right now, I ain't paying for nothing. You can provide the gloves, you can provide the mouthpieces and all that. Since y'all want to act like you got a point to prove, I guarantee you that no one within the MMA, UFC, or any boxing federation will step to me or come even close to challenging me because they know what's good. It's not confidence. I already know for a fact what it is. Are you serious? It's all on camera. So, I mean, you talk backwards. You were talking about content. My content is the best content in the world. Oh, now you're admitting the truth of who you are. Well, why do you keep projecting? Why do you keep acting like you're talking about me if you're talking about you? I mean, get it straight, brother. Stand on business. Who is you talking to? You're a grown man, man. Say it with your chest, bro. Is that how they do things out there in Lexington, Kentucky? Oh, wait, it is. And we already know because they're all corrupt. They only make the news every 5 seconds with a bunch of crazy, silly stories because they're all corrupt and immature. They're grown folks. That's all that's in Kentucky. I ain't got to say it. We all know what's out there. Y'all want to project, but all y'all the ones with that problem. What? What? Y'all are funny as hell. Listen, Charles, let me know when you get it together. Okay? Let me know when you actually like have anything. Just something. I mean, anything. I mean, you couldn't even get an actual kitchen. You couldn't get a stovetop. You couldn't get a microwave. You couldn't get a coffee pot. I mean, literally, bro. I mean, you know, Shelly's sitting there complaining, talking about making coffee on this little thing and saying this is what happens when you try to recover or whatever. Like, what does that even mean? Every day, man, it's not positivity, and then you wonder why you have that problem. And you know what my dad told me day one? He said, "What are you gonna do that like everybody else? You're gonna be weak like them?" And I never forgot it. And I'm so glad he told me that because I never had that problem ever in life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, he was right, because that's really the truth, is y'all are looking for an escape from reality. That's what I know. All them folks have that same problem. So I'm doing you a favor by being hard on you. I'm doing you a favor by not letting up on you and keep telling you reality that you can't handle. By me being successful, I'm doing you a favor, because maybe it'll get you to put that stuff down. All of you. Because that's what your issue is. That's why you want to get online and talk backwards and project, because it's weakness. And that's why y'all run to that stuff, because you want an escape from reality, because you can't deal with basic reality. That is weakness, brother. And over here, what we teach, and the only thing we teach the public and people, and the only thing I'm a role model inspiration for, is strength. We make sure I worked all the weakness out of me. I don't have weakness in me. That's why we could never mix. You come around me, hell nah. You're gonna get the same response every time. You know why? Because that's strength. Not sitting there putting up with stuff. You don't gotta exercise restraint and be patient with folks that are talking crazy. What? It's not what strong people do. The strong people just go right through your system, like I already did and defeated. I already defeated your system. The strong people tell you whatever they want and they're good. That's me. Again, brother, you telling an awfully wealthy, rich, one of the most powerful men in the world, who literally secretly at night is a vigilante, who you know what's criminals, right? To a you know what, right? Blah, 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 womp, 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 with his bare hands. And your plan is to sit there and be jelly of that person? Good luck. Brother, I own the world. I got the world in the palm of my hand. Like I said, I've got the finest, most beautiful girlfriend I could ever ask for. God makes every dream for me come true. He has my entire life. He has for eternity. He has for every life I ever lived. Every time I reincarnated, I was Achilles reincarnated, Leonidas reincarnated, and the truth came out and I proved it to the world. I'm not talking. I proved these things to y'all. You can see it in front of you. These are not made up concepts. I'm not a guy who I've seen fake documentaries on fake people that say, "Oh, they think they're every movie and stuff." That's not what this is. I prove to you everything I'm saying, and then it comes out in the readings, divine confirmation, and perfect divine timing. You're all in denial. So no, don't sit there and say, "Oh, well, no, I'm not this. I'm in touch with reality." You're in touch with reality, but can't figure out that you're running and it's the worst decision you can make, and that van's going to break down. Mark my prediction again. Every prediction I made about you has been right, Mr. Wofford. When you want to address that, you let me know when you want to talk on here. You can book an appointment, because I'm pretty busy saving the world, because I'm Batman and I'm famous. Everything you got a hard time dealing with, right? Brother, that van's going to break down. It's common sense. I told you that land is going to be, it's going to be rendered useless. It's already unlivable. Something's going to happen with that camper. Something's going to happen with the generator. It's common sense, because it's the karmic debt you created and built. Karma. God's not going to let you win. He's not going to let you do anything. He won't let you succeed because you don't deserve to. It's that simple. You and Shelly trying to take on God. Hell, God is being graceful and merciful to you. You should be thankful. Seriously. He's been nothing but nice to you. He's done nothing but try to bless you folks, people like you. I've seen it my whole life, time and time again. And you sit there and squander his blessings. You know, the truth is God should stop showing folks like you mercy. That's the truth. The truth is God should just teach you your lesson and get it over with. Straight up. That's what he should do. Real talk. He shouldn't sit here and play with you. No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't sit here and be nice to people like you. Calling companies, talking to companies, doing illegal activity, worried about a grown man and trying to stop him from paying for his assets. These people are stopping me from paying for my own assets. They're losing me assets that are still pointless, and I'm going to end up getting them back anyway with their illegal activity. And that's something to brag about. And in the meanwhile, they just earned all of themselves a life sentence in prison. And you're taking money from them when they have no real money. And you think that's worth it? And you're communicating with them. See, they're not trolls, Mr. Wofford. They're actual criminals. You've taken bribes and money from the legal criminal underground organization that I can prove they are in court. Just like the guy at the corner store over here. Cameron. got ran out the neighborhood, got all of his karma clearly, and lost both jobs. Y'all, it's funny. I can't own you anymore. Cameron was talking about, yeah, and I had you lose your job, blah, 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 this and that. Well, that's cool. Get me have a news flash for you. If I want to take your job, I can have it tomorrow. That's the next thing coming up. Is the job that you lost, both of them, I can work those jobs. And I can work better jobs anywhere I want. Those are good jobs. I'm not saying there's anything better, but I'm just saying I can work different jobs too. I can work anywhere. Let's say what it is, brother. I mean, y'all are all living in fear and you're ducking. You're ducking the Batman. You're worried. You're stressed. You lost everything and you never had anything to begin with. You ran scared. What are you talking about? Change your attitude. Remember when they tried to say that? They tried to actually project and they all start coming at you at the same time and acting like that stuff works. And I sat there and stood my ground and told all y'all what it is. Y'all want to say, oh, well, don't do this. I said, nah, y'all don't do what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. What are you talking about? That's how life works. See, them narcs, they don't know how life works. Why? Because they got no life experience. Like I said, brother, you do what you do, man. But I'm just saying, bro, I mean, you want to talk about get it together, but I mean, when are you going to get it together? I've got it together, brother. I'm living great. Always have. I'm in the rich class. I'm in the richest neighborhood in all of America, actually. One of the richest neighborhoods in the world. Get that straight, brother. Yeah, no, I'm not the things that a weird group of troll criminals say online. Nobody thinks so. You're the only one sitting here pretending, brother. What are you talking about? You okay? So you have that hard of a time with my success. That's awesome, brother. Real talk. Is it really necessary? You over like 50, 60 years old. I'm 36, and you think that makes sense or is a good look for you? All you're doing, I mean, it is what it is, brother. I mean, your jealousy is showing. Is that a good look? Because I get paid every time you jelly me, just like I am now, brother. We're over 96 bucks. We're probably already over 100 right now. At this point, all that capital has to accrue. We've got all of today and all of tomorrow. You understand? Like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I get over that $100 threshold. Now I don't know about interest. I got to see what all accrues because I feel like they're behind or something, or they don't do it right. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been done right this entire time. I ain't got a fair shake yet. But you know what? I keep pushing and I keep going. Can you say the same? Get it together. What is there to get together? I've already got all the wealth, brother. I make plenty of money doing what I'm doing. There's nothing extra for me to do. I don't need extra income, nothing. And I make donations on here and you don't. From real people, good people, people of God. And you deal with the devil all day and get nowhere and you're absolutely unhappy and miserable. Who needs to get it together? I don't get it. You're in a camper on a patch of grass. You don't own the camper, you don't own any land, and you don't own the generator. You said for a fact that you begged for that too. That was given to you. No, you're just a charity case. That's the way folks look at y'all. Charity case. All you narcs are the same. Hell, that Cameron dude was a charity case. Wanted to make up stories. You don't have any stocks. You don't have any investments. Somebody told you some lies about someone and you believed them. Wow, how naive are you? It lost you both jobs. You got ran out the neighborhood. So you was never a part of this community. Let's get it right. I'm the leader of this community. Make sure you know that, homeboy. You got G checked and sunned in front of the whole world and made it look silly. And guess what? All them folks at all those places, they all respect me. And the places that you worked at, the job you lost for what you tried to do behind my back, and you took bribes from the red triangles to pretend that I would ever lose a job on that corny nonsense, and this was never a big deal, and I told you to your face I didn't care at all because I was already working doing this, right? Brother, I always had more than one job. But all of that nonsense, and you lost every opportunity that you could have had. Over what? Your jealousy. Hey, Cameron, let me ask you something. Whose life is beautiful? Oh, I always get the last laugh, brother. Right? Yeah, see, no, don't talk about my life. You know what I mean? Try fixing yours. Real talk. Because when I met you and I know nothing about you, I don't know you, I never talked to you, I never associated with you. I don't know where you got off doing your games, but it is what it is, right? You already know it now. You already know reality now. Now you know who you're talking to completely. See, this is what folks don't get. Y'all want to talk, but you see me actually setting examples. You see me stand on business and literally somebody challenges my authority in any way, shape, or form, and look what's happened. Losing 2 jobs, got ran out the community and neighborhood, and I'm the leader of this community, and y'all don't even have a presence. And now if I want, I can have the job that you lost, both of them. It's a fact. Can I win anymore? Like I said, Charles, I teach martial arts for a living, brother. You know what I mean? Like I love it, bro. I love seeing y'all when like you literally talking about me and what I'm doing, and instead of being real, you want to sit there and talk some way. Oh, well, I see him doing this and that and whatever. Right? Uh-huh. Right? Bro, y'all funny as hell, man. Like I said, and all for no reason. Obviously, I just bring it out of folks. Obviously, I got a lot to be jelly of. Obviously, I shine. I didn't ask for none of this. These people did all this on their own. I was nothing but nice to these people. To that other dude, I was nothing but nice and respectful to him, and he never had any respect or earned any. He acted like a totally different person forever. He was a fan of what I do and me being Batman. And dude just completely turned and went the wrong way and went down a dark path. That's what happened. See what I'm talking about? You see how the anti-heroes try to act like they're the hero and you're the bad guy? That didn't work out too well for you, did it? I mean, brother, honestly, like, I mean, come on, bro. I'm a grown man. Like, you could never say or call yourself a man ever. I mean, you got G checked and sunned in front of everyone, bro. I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, come on, bro. That's public embarrassment, man. You'll never ever like people will never let you forget that, and they all respect me. I'm telling you. Oh, and the people who tried to back you up, a lot of them, the ones who actually tried to back you up a little bit, apparently they lost their job too. I wonder why, right? Because y'all was probably corrupt in cahoots together. I'm just saying, bro. When are people gonna understand? Like, I'm a regular dude, bro. I don't work these jobs. I'm a regular dude, and people have more respect for me. The people who work the jobs that you had, they got nothing but love for me and respect for me. They've bought me things before, bro. They will go out their way to stand up for me and help me because they know I'm a good person and they know I was completely in the right in every situation and you were wrong. How's that for a reputation? How's that for karma? But folks want to talk. I'd be nothing but nice to people. There ain't no need for this. Because I shine and I'm someone, I'm what you want to be, partner. See, it just goes to show when you go into a company, none of that means nothing. Who's a fake manager and all that? Yeah, you a manager because you kiss up. That don't mean nothing. And you found out who the boss was real quick, didn't you? Yeah, the actual boss, the CEO, what you want to be and will never be. You're gonna have to work jobs like that forever for the rest of the time and never get anywhere. Brother, you should have been quiet. Real advice, you should have been quiet and grinded and kept working hard. Because you didn't work. You would watch movies instead of working. What you should have done was you should have gone with the program and actually worked hard. You should have gone to school down here. You had every opportunity. You're totally entitled. And you were acting like it's something you can rub in or brag about. Brother, I've seen more money than you could ever imagine. In your wildest dreams, you couldn't even imagine the amount of money I've seen and touched in my life. You couldn't even comprehend what I've done in my life. And you talk to a grown man like that? Is it because I look young? I don't get it. Huh? Oh, well, yeah, you didn't even talk to me like that. You waited and did it on my phone. What a coward. So, like I said, we own Cameron. We own Mr. Walford. I mean, who else? Apparently, everybody want to just get owned. They want to be owned. Ponage. Real talk. Who else I own? All of them on here. Brother, look at who I'm getting married to. Look at my relationship. Look at how we care about each other and love each other, whether she's here physically yet or not. Like I said, she's already negotiated a guaranteed $12,750,000. What are you talking about? Why would I not be proud of her and proud of what we have? I'm completely proud. I'm super proud. Why is it such a big deal, the things y'all say? Y'all have no self confidence. The things you say aren't even a big deal. None of these people. What are you talking about? Yeah, y'all upset now? Well, how you gonna feel when I get all this money? How you gonna feel when I'm really, really winning again? Money ain't everything. Money ain't nothing. That's the whole point. Like what I've gained in this time, in this period of stagnation, that's divinely orchestrated. I have to go through it. It's worth. It's priceless. It's worth more than any amount of money. So what do you mean? This is what teaches me for the rest of my life, for the rest of eternity. This is what got me where I broke 31 world records. I'm a legend for all of eternity. People are going to always ask, how did that guy do what none of these people could with almost no money and less resources and be Batman and run the entire project in operation, lower crime rates and do everything and stand up against all corruption, shut down companies that are illegal, shut down cartel operations in his sleep, shut down every illegal organization, come up against gangs and win? How the hell did that dude do that? That's what people are going to ask. And you're talking about get it together. What? What are you talking about? The man, I can't have it anymore together. I've done more than any human being could ever comprehend. Brother, I live quicker than you. I move 8,000 infinity times faster than you. I have way more life experience than you, and I'm like half your age. Just keep my name out your mouth, bro. But it's all good if you want to keep talking. No problem. He's scared to say my name. That's when you know you really got power, right? Yeah, because if you say Batman, I appear like Candyman, boy. Like Reed Dollaz said, I'm Rambo. I'm from the hood, homie. Talking about Lexington, Kentucky. Nobody brags about Lexington, Kentucky. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, it's all right. There's some cool people out there. They all real chill. I like them. There was good people out there. But, you know, everybody ain't tough. You ain't tough. Like I said, brother, I mean, the deal with you is, I mean, when are you going to get it together? How long are you going to exhibit the same behavior and do the same thing? How long are you going to keep struggling? How long until you actually get it together? That's all I want to know. I'm just saying, bro, it's the pot calling the kettle black, man. I mean, if you want to tell folks to get it together, I mean, be clear who you addressing, and make sure that that you have it together first. I mean, you're literally on the run right now, bro. You can't even go back to Deming. This man got ran out of Deming. That's a fact. They like to make up stories. I'm talking real talk. You got ran out of Deming. Real talk. And if you go back to Deming, I bet you anything that they'll run you out again. I guarantee it. I guarantee you they're not going to stop because they know what you're doing and they know what you're doing is wrong. So no, they're not corrupt. They're doing the right thing. No, you can't park in a Walmart parking lot 5 days in a row and think that somebody may not say something. Yes, they can do that. They have every right. I mean, I've done it. I've slept in Walmart parking lots. Remember? That wasn't the first time. I've done it in the past. I've slept in my vehicles in Walmart parking lots. It ain't nothing. But when I do it, I understand what I'm doing and I'm smart about how I do it. And I know and understand that if they want to tell me something, they can. And I have to listen. Even me. Mhm. He sits there and acts like he's standing up, but did you stand up? You're running. You left. You didn't stand up. So just miss me with what you're saying, man. Every time you talk backwards. I mean, you want to say you're not these things and blah blah blah, brother. You're the meaning of delusional. I ain't never seen someone more delusional ever. What do you mean? I ain't never seen someone who can't get a grip on reality more so than you, other than these folks on here. You all belong together. You're all perfect for each other. You should marry the trolls. Real talk. It is what it is, man. Like, maybe one of them will be better than Shelly. I'm sure that's not difficult. Oh, for real, right? Golly, I can't even imagine, bro. Can you imagine waking up to that? And then hearing them talk? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine hearing that whining all day? That's crazy, bro. Yeah, the reason why you got them whats is because they produce noise and you just trying to drown out everything. You just want constant noise, huh? You can't have a moment of peace because you just don't even want to think about your reality. Man, that sucks, bro. I'll keep it real, bro. That sucks. That's the same deal with all the narcs. I noticed they all got some kind of issue with themselves. That Cameron dude was the same way. All of them, they got an issue with themselves because they can't get women or they can't do this. So, oh, that's my fault. I should go through something. You think you're gonna talk to me some way because I succeeded and you didn't in life? I'm all right. Hell no, I'm not. See, that's what I'm done with. They talk about this and that, but the system immature too. Your system's powerless. It's a fragile system. So I talk to you the same way I would all of them. No, I'll tell you what I want and tell you what time it is and talk to you how I want. You won't do nothing about it, and you know you won't. I'm a grown man. I just say whatever the hell I want. I ain't scared of you and your little flaky fake system. Are you kidding me? I'm the man who defeated it already. Like I said, they don't seem to get it. My people built all of this stuff. Like any establishment, any that I want to get shut down, I can now. This is what I do for a living. Y'all talk fluff, and I shut down illegal organizations and I shut down companies for a living. Real talk, justifiably justified. Like I said, none of these companies have any business operating on this soil. Everything y'all do in every company is illegal. That's a fact. All you do is illegal business all day. Don't tell me you don't, because there's plenty of people on YouTube that talk about Hertz, talk about T-Mobile, talk about any phone company, Sprint, Cricket, talk about everyone and all these companies and how they take money from people for no reason. Y'all are desperate, and your companies are all failing. Just mark my words, bro. It's common sense. This is another prediction. It's guaranteed the corporate structure will fall completely, and that's part of God's plan. You understand? You're all going to be out of a job soon. Question is, what are you going to do then? Because you're all going to be homeless immediately as soon as that happens. And they're going to pull back the government programs. Then what are you going to do? See, this is what you don't get is God controls the world, not any of you. God dictates reality, not you. And he shows you every day. You want to be in denial? That's cool. You'll be in denial while you're literally like, you know, like in the middle of nowhere, all of you with nowhere to go and nothing going on. You'll keep denying reality until you just, lose completely and that's it. That's what's going to happen. It's common sense. All of you, though. You people that work at these companies think you're doing something, think you're above somebody. I don't understand. I work for myself. You think that you're going to have that job forever? Bro, this system don't care about none of you humans. They don't care. They'll fire you. They'll say they'll lose you your job and that's it. And then what are you going to do? See, I have stability is an illusion, but it's crazy because I have more stability than all these narcs. I am the stability now. See, you could put me in the most uncomfortable situations and I chase discomfort, not comfort, because comfort is the thief of success. I could sleep on park benches and be Batman and run this entire project in operation and still get everything done and make money. Can you do that? You can't stop my project and my operation. You can't, that's all independent. You can't stop me from being Batman. You can't stop me from saving the world. Isn't that power? Not to be held down by materialistic possessions? Brother, I live by the Tyler Durden philosophy, reject the importance of material possessions. You are not your bank account. You are not your khakis. You're not how much money you have in the bank. What are you talking about? At least know who you're talking to if you're going to talk. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, brother, more power to you. Keep it up. Like I said, we're in the winning position. You're not. And that's all. I mean, you can't paint anything a different way. So, like I said, and anytime you want to come talk to me on this platform direct and be a man, let me know. Okay? Well, you're like 60 something years old. And I got paid for this one too. Like I said, I'm the little definition of success. I'm doing well, living well. I made it out the hood a long time ago, brother. I ain't been homeless ever. Never. When I ever was in shelters, it was because I owned properties and I had to pay the property taxes. So I was smart and I knew how to use my resources to my advantage. Play the system. Don't let the system play you. Straight up. That's a boss. So what you mean? What you know about it? Because last I checked, all your group, they lost their properties. The government took them. And the government does not own them. No, and the government is not a person. It's just the devil. So that stuff just all gets funneled back into the system. These people brag about losses. Hell, Wendell Cryer lost. He got some junk vehicles that meant nothing. Everything you've said is not true. You're trying to speak for me, but that don't make sense. Brother, I got the best of all of them, bro. I won all across the board. That's why if you actually had spoken to him, Wendell Cryer was super in his feelings because I pulled out that BMW i8 or i6 or whatever it was, or 6 Series, right? I don't care about that. They trying to correct me on the name back then and all this irrelevant. What does that have to do with buying the car? That's what petty people do. That's like on some social media app stuff, man. Like I said, these folks got their priorities messed up. Ask me how I hustle like that. You see me buy and sell everything. You see me make profit. You see me drive cars when they did everything to stop me. You see me do everything in front of all of them and win. What are you talking about? That car had a sport mode on it and I was all over the highway. You damn right. What are you talking about? Convertible top with my homies. Y'all is funny. We out here living life winning, and these folks is not doing nothing. My business is so ultra successful. I've never seen a business more successful than this, and it's not based off YouTube. Remember that. That's what you don't get. I'm gonna do my thing regardless. That's why when I come on here, I don't got to be careful. I'll talk however I want because I don't care about this. I don't. I got the opportunities and the gifts within me. All I'm trying to do is get this next check. Every month it's the same thing. I just work to get to that next check, and then I don't care. Feel me? Bro, this is just for a time being. This is just for me to have fun and do what I need to do. This is just to get me by for right now. God is about to make me rich, Christina and I. So, like I said, when all that money comes, Charles, I mean, I need you to prepare yourself, man. Get ready for God. He's coming. Get ready for that time because it's coming. Get ready for this wealth transfer from the wealth of the wicked to the righteous, which is me and Christina and I. Get ready, Mr. Charles, right? For the fact that we're going to be having guaranteed over $12,750,000. And I'm telling you right now, in my sleep, at my leisure, this is how much power I have. If I want to buy all this surrounding land around where you're at, I can buy all of it, and there's nothing you can do about it. I could put a camper on every square lot. I could put a whole RV trailer with jacuzzis and everything in every square lot, square inch of the surrounding land where your little patch of grass is, and then have to wake up every day and just look at tons of beautiful RVs. You got the right one. And I'll do it too. Trust me. Please test me. Please play these games. Please. Yeah, please play. Please play with me. Real talk. I'll end up buying all that surrounding land seriously. For real, bro, because obviously it's dirt cheap. Real talk. I'll buy all the surrounding land and I'll put RVs so far as the eye can see. I'm talking about real renovated over 50,000 to 100K RVs with jacuzzis that look like better than hotels. And I'll customize them and get them all pimped out. And then you can wake up every day and look at like 50 RVs stretched out on that land where you can't even see nothing. These people just, I don't know when they gonna learn. Y'all want to talk about, I'm not petty. Y'all are petty. Y'all graduated from Petty University with honors. I'm not petty. I mean, me, I'm just mean. When it really come time to go, I just got that spirit like my dad did, bro. Like my dad had a mean streak, bro. You don't get it. Like I'm mean. Like I mean really mean. Like you don't even know the meaning of mean. Like you don't get it, bro. Like I will literally buy that land and put up huge curtains to where you can't even see the sky view anymore. I'm that type of mean. Seriously. I can put up curtains, bro, where oh, you like that mountain view? Oh, well now it's gone. You can't see it. Real talk. All you see is actual RVs that have jacuzzis in them. Hey, yo, Batman. This will be Mr. Walker. Yo, Batman. Yo, Tyree. Can I Can I hop in that jacuzzi in that RV? Hell no. Keep it walking. Waffle. Feel me? Go open a waffle spot. Hustle. I'm gonna tell you the same thing you kept saying that make no sense. Well, every day I hustle and you don't know how. Right? I'm gonna tell you the same thing while you was projecting. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Hustle. Listen, brother, I'm already there. You want to live like me? Nice, snobby, rich, hustle. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to quit listening to folks, man, saying things that other people tell you to say that fail. What do you think that's going to do for you? Same result, failure. Don't worry about me, brother. Worry about you. Yeah, you want to get where I'm at in life? Hustle, Mr. Wofford. That's what you need to do. You ain't hustling. Repeating my words, talking about, I just know you got to go out and get it. When did you ever go out and get it? Bro, you're talking about jobs on like Craigslist, bro. We're in 2025 and you're still on Craigslist? What? They talking about it's gonna be a month of work, $15 an hour. I thought you just said that it was like 4 or 5 G's they're paying you. You lied again. Nope. See, you have to even get through the job. I guarantee you, if you go out there, they're probably gonna kick you off that job site. They don't want people like you there. Hell no, because especially if people are gonna see you, you have to be a representative for the company. I'm just telling you the truth. And like I said, you can't even get that kind of money. Them folks don't have money like that, and they don't want to help you. Nobody does. Even the evil people don't. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to get nothing. And even if you did, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna get out there and then just be squatting, bro. They're not gonna want you there, bro. Like real talk. That van, because you're not a mechanic, that van is in such poor shape, just like Shelly said and you said. That thing's gonna break down any minute, man. And you can't break down in the middle of that park, bro. They're not gonna let you just leave it there. I'm just saying, bro. Like that might be like a felony or illegal or something. I don't know, but some of these places that are real like landmarks, you can't just leave your stuff parked there. I mean, I don't care what happens, you're gonna have to tow that thing, and you'll need to pay for it out of your pocket. So you're not even dealing with reality, brother. You just keep running and running from reality. See, I didn't think that. Remember what you said? I see. I didn't think I was gonna get this far. Get this far? You didn't get this far. You just literally just made it worse and worse. You dug yourself deeper like narcs do every day, like they are with the federal lawsuit. What are you talking about? Oh, you're not winning. Oh, no. You say, oh, you're in touch with reality? I beg to differ, sir. You're not winning. You're losing astronomically, horrifically. Like I said, brother, when are you going to get real with yourself? You're in a camper. What? I'm not in a camper, bro. I'm living good. Gucci. Feel me? Every day. See, I don't know what they talking about. I don't know why they say these things. Brother, I have options to do whatever the hell I want out here. I'm free as a bird, bro. Like I said, quit talking to me. You talk to me, I'm gonna respond. You know what I mean? You already know how I'm coming. So see what I'm talking about? You got folks that just sit there and they like act like there's something going on or there's a big deal. Yeah. I don't know what that is because it doesn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? Listen, brother, it's just very simple, man. Folks don't play like that. You understand? At all. That's some weirdo stuff. And that's what they all are. So, like I said, you do what you do, brother, but I'm out here getting paid and I'm the one living good and I'm the one who's rich and wealthy and I'm right and it is what it is. By the way, my rich self needs donations, right? So go ahead and donate. And that makes perfect sense. I just explained everything 8 million times. Are you okay? Can you hear? What are you talking about? Like, yeah, brother, we need donations in the meanwhile while we build these checks. That's just common sense. You got requests on Cash App right now. I don't know what Dream and Rustic are thinking or doing, but like they need to support and donate. They're the ones that came over here. Hold on. But like it ain't that big of a deal to donate $10 here and there. That's all they've done. Everybody's breadcrumbing. I mean, like I said, send me some real money. Every day that I look at that Cash App and PayPal, I'm not reading none of your messages, nothing. I'll never go in that email again. Y'all have no lane or way of communicating with me ever again. Believe that. That's on everything I love, right? But every time I look at that Cash App and PayPal, there should be money in there. Every time I look at that Venmo, there should be money in there. Come on, man. People in the public, if you want to show these people up, right, and you want to stand up for what's right, donate. They trying to copy my words and my blueprint. That's not even a blueprint. It's the plan of God, the will of God, and I'm God's son, the son of God, and they want to copy what I'm doing while trying to talk disparagingly. Hell no. Hell no, you ain't gonna win. What? There ain't nothing to win. Once you sink that low, brother, I mean, there's no way, there's no coming back. That's what they don't get. You're just doing it to yourself now. I'm just watching you having a good, jolly old time watching, bro. Everything y'all say, y'all paint every positive in my life like it's something else. Who are you? You ain't the narrator of me, cuzzy. I'm gonna be all right regardless. Trust me, homie. Everything for me in life is a learning experience. Like I said, if I went to Rikers Island right now, it's still a learning experience. I ain't afraid of nothing. Real talk. I know I'm a monster. You understand? I know what I've been through. I know what I go through every day physically. I know that nothing has ever broken me and nothing ever will, regardless. I know I'm a monster. I know I'm a boss. But can you say the same? Can you? I'm Batman, bro. Who are you? Real talk. Like I said, y'all want to type. What does typing have to do with proving your point out here in these streets in reality? Exactly. Right. Every day I prove my point, brother. What are y'all doing about that? What now? Nothing. Because you can't. That's the definition of being powerless. Don't come over here typing. Don't tell me nothing because you can't. But you want to say, oh, yeah, I'm in touch with reality. Okay. Whatever you say, camper boy. I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Y'all funny as hell.